Good morning. How about a little sunrise shelling? Look at all these shells. I mean, this is amazing. I was doing a little bit of filming and I looked up ahead and I cut off the video. I was like, subscribe and wait till you see what's up ahead. And look at this. It's been a windy, well, of course it's windy right now, but it's been windy. It's been awful. The shelling has been off and things are definitely improving. Let's get down here. There's a common jingle. Grab that one. Look at all the shells. So as we're shelling this morning, good morning, and let me know where you're coming in from. Because the shelling has been bad for a couple weeks and the weather is improving. Look at this. This is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. There's a pretty calico scallop. All right, let me back up a little bit. This goes on for, I don't know, about 50, 75 yards this way and at least 100 yards the other direction. So this will easily keep us busy. Look at all the shells. Alright, I saw a fighter somewhere. Alright, here we go. Here we go. So if you're new here, I am Beach Bum and Dad, and I love shelling. And you know what? Today is a collecting day. Because I went shelling the other day, and I didn't find too much. The weather has been bad for a couple weeks. And it's gooder right now. Look at this. A couple fighters. I know from previous videos, alright, let me back up. So I gotta set these down. In previous videos, people have been appreciative of the names and look at this I found so far. Calling out the names and having the text on screen. However, I'm shelling by myself. Ham Lake, Minnesota. Woo! That just made me cold. But good morning, good morning. So glad you're here. Now let me show you how you're up. Now these are called swash lines. Up here, good spots for sand dollars and flats. Turn a little bit. Come down here. Here's a rack line. And I could see this up ahead, plus I saw lots of birdies having breakfast. I was like, oh, there's something over there. And sure enough, here's a jingo. A small prickly cockle. Alright, turn a limit. Now here's a huge jingo. This one. Well, lucky you, Dawn. Southwest Florida. It has been on fire. Look at here. There's a little syrup. The shelling and collecting has been on fire all fall. Alright, let me turn. Because here is lettered olive. And I saw something else I wanted to point out. Okay, I know Crafty Mama needs all these little spindles, spirals, whatever she calls them. I wanted to show you something. Alright, if someone sees it, let me know. Because it's not a shark tooth. Oh, here we go. Right here. Sand dollar tooth. turn a little bit. There's a seraph. Wish no one's home there. And they're really small. For me, I have to take my glasses off, like this one here. That one kind of stands out. Take my glasses off and roll around on the beach. Oh boy. Alright, so it's like high 50s right now, and you know, you don't turn your back to the surf. That wave almost got me. So here's an interesting thing about crabs, and I'll let y'all shell as I'm pontificating great and wondrous things. Dawn, if you shell Southwest Florida, you'll see way more crabs than up here. We don't see too many, and when I say not too many, like hardly ever. You find, oh, okay, so for instance, here's a shark eye. Turn it over and see it's just sand. No one in there. Calico clam. Happy Friday. And for me, Pizza Friday. So anyway, back to the hermit crab discussion. On the beach, I don't know. I may find like 6 the whole year. And that's, there's a pretty scallop. That's shelling a lot. Like one year, I almost went every day. And I was just interrupted by a family trip. How many hermit crabs did I see? Hardly any. And I think because our water gets into the 60s up here, I think that's a limiting factor up here. When I shell Southwest Florida, which I love to do, yeah, you can find hermit crabs down there. Okay, so this is about the end. Wait a minute, here's a little wormy. Sorry if I went faster. This is about the end, even though there are still some chunks here. Let's check out the horizon. Ain't that pretty? Another Friday pizza person. Alright. Although that was always a toss-up when I lived in the Midwest. Fish fry or Pizza Friday? Whereas now being a Floridian, fish fry, that's like every day. Alright, so let's see. When I'm going, oh, look at this. We missed that one. There's a big old barnacle. What I was saying about, you can see where I was. Again, when I am shelling the tinies, set the glasses down, and then I get up close and personal. Looking for those Wendell traps, and looking for the tusk shells and the dwarf olives. I've already found a tusk shell this year. I haven't found a Wendell trap yet. There's a little olive. Good. I have good connectivity. Someone let me know if it's too windy. I just have the, oh, look at here. I don't have a lapel mic or anything because it's hard for me to schedule lives on the beach because you never know what the conditions are going to be like. little slipper snail. Turn that over. And Dawn had mentioned a few moments ago about finding crabs in the shells. Now, as far as, and I already addressed that, we talked about that for a little bit. There's a pretty scallop. Unlike Southwest Florida, even the shells that we find, you hardly ever find an occupied one. Early October, I was on Sanibel. A friend invited me to go shelling. And he said, I was shelling one spot and he was shelling out in front of his condo. He sends me a text, he's like, where are you? And I was, I don't know, a couple miles down from him at a park. Oh, look at this. And he said, well, I went fishing this morning and did more shelling than I did fishing. Come on over, bring your cameras, and I think you can get some good footage. Unbelievable. I mean, it was in the 90s, and we were both already exhausted. He went back to his condo, took a shower, got something to drink. I sat in my vehicle after walking, I don't know, it was like 8 miles. Drank everything I had in my cooler, sat there with the AC, got a little energy, got rejuvenated, and said, all right, I'm going to meet him. Dan took me out there shelling, and I couldn't believe the amount of live shells we were seeing. Juvenile fighting conch. All right. So I think I'm gonna walk back and grab my shell bag so we can keep walking down the beach. Now, I do this on a regular basis, and I don't mean the lives, I mean shelling. So, if you come to Florida, once a year, twice a year, whatever, study before you come down. Someone, I think it was yesterday in one of the videos, I saw a comment, someone saying, how do you stay focused? Because I would have shell overload. And that was on a way better spot, a way better beach than this. Here's another juvenile. We'll take these for crafting. And I had said, when you learn the shells, looking for pieces, parts, colors, texture, your eyes zoom in on that, and that's what you look for.